and he is with us now, brought to you by our friends at CraneWorks. Man, you're still eating? We caught you earlier coming back from breakfast. Now, was that an ice cream sundae? What were you eating there?
I was eating a parfait, but yeah, I gotta keep eating.
How many calories? I mean, your size and how much you lift and work out and all of that. How much calories do you think you bring in a day?
I ain't even estimated. I don't even know how much. I don't even know how much calories I take in.
Hey, I wish I was that way. I wish I didn't have to worry about
just
that.
Enjoy your metabolism. It will run out one day, but enjoy it right now. So yesterday, National Signing Day, it has changed so much with the windows and the transfer portal and everything else involved in the early signing. What do you remember most about National Signing Day for you?
Well, I was in the recruiting process at a different time. I was during the COVID time, so like you weren't able to visit schools, you weren't able to do anything. You was just able to just do Zoom meetings and try to call coaches throughout the week whenever they have time available to call. So my recruiting process was different. I didn't get to come to campus and go to this campus and try to experience what their culture was about or go to any games. So like my junior year and senior year, it was off of just the knowledge of the program and just what as I try to do research and try to figure out the program. So I would say like people in high school now had it better than when I was in high school for sure.
Jalen Milroe is with us, presented by CraneWorks, RentalWorks, and WasteWorks. The big guy says rent from the big dog. And also, this is one of the guys that created LANK, the T-shirt you see everywhere. And as we mentioned with Terrion, and we will with Jay Mill here, available now at the Soup Store on campus. And I'm telling you, everyone around the country is sort of pointing to you two, saying this is how the NIL was designed to work. You guys created something and watched the business grow. Has that side of this season been fun too, to sort of be entrepreneurs?
Oh yeah, for sure. What's LANK, initially it just was, for our team to really just, understand what took place this offseason, what took place for our season, what honestly just pushed us to where we're at right now, with naysayer, with doubt. There's a lot of contributor factors to, what pushed us, in the offseason. But, now that LANK's carrying on to different people and now it's been useful through this season, and now that our fans can wear it, anyone can wear it. So it's been great to just see the evolution of how the LANK brand has took place these last couple of months.
A lot of people would like to know, what room are you in there? Is that the quarterback room, the work room, the film room for you guys? Where are you in the building right now?
I call this my office. This is the quarterback room.
It's the quarterback room because is that a B Young? Is that Bryce on the wall behind you there?
Yeah, that's BY. Yeah. That's BY.
Yeah. So I guess one day you'll be up on the wall.
Hey,
there.
What is your favorite part about that facility?
Favorite part of the facility, I had to say the training room. Training room has all kind of resources, but like in the back, we have this water bed we can just lay down, and you go to, and then you got this water bed that through this the system whatever moves water up and down this bed, so you just lay back and just chill. So I say the training room. I'll be honest with you.
Okay, so we got a water bed. What else do you have? Do you guys have one of those smoothie setups, and do you have barber shops?
We got a barbershop. We got a smoothie bar. We got all kind of stuff. Anything you need is at the facility.
Yeah. So that waterbed area, that's just a place you can go relax, take a nap, de-stress and all that. That sounds fantastic. That's good.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Yeah. I was never a big waterbed guy, though. Never liked it.
Hey, so you've seen some, as you guys get ready for this Rose Bowl, you just are coming off probably the best defense you've seen all year in Georgia. Are there similarities between the Michigan and the Georgia defenses?
I think they're different defenses. I think Georgia was more complex than Michigan is, but I think when we compare physicality, I think that's where you can compare them. They're both physical. I think Michigan has a veteran defense who's been playing together for a long time. So I think that's something that allowed them to be successful. It's just how well they play together. And then they, there's a multitude of things that they do on defense kind of differently than Georgia. But when it comes to competing, when it comes to physicality, when it comes to them being undefeated, there's a reason why they were undefeated, So that's where they can compare, but they're both good teams.
How are you health-wise right now? I mean, it was a long season. You took some hits along the way. Everybody does. But now you had a couple of weeks off. Do you feel refreshed?
Oh, yeah. I think, these last couple of weeks just having off has been very useful for me and then also the team, because playing in SEC is hard. You get banged up. You have to play a physical game every single week. So to have this time off, is definitely much appreciated. And, now that we're at this point, I'm feeling way better than I was during the season.
Yeah.
Look, everybody wants to take time off during the holidays, but this is a business holiday for you guys. What is the schedule going to be like for Christmas?
So I'll be able to go home for Christmas and get to see my family. But then we got to head back and then travel to California.
Did you see where we got your mom and dad on with Charles Barkley? Have you seen that video yet?
Yes, yeah. Yes, I did see that, man. That was special. I love that a lot. My dad really enjoyed it. He's still talking about it to this day.
The funny thing is, before Barkley slid in, your dad kind of was hyping Jordan a little bit.
He was.
Yeah. Yeah, so that does show me. Anybody that was like, this thing was set up, no, if you watch the video, Mr. Milroe was kind of leaning Jordan over Barkley.
Yeah. I was set up.
Yeah. He was like, Jordan's 1, Barkley's 2. And we were like, well, let's bring in Charles Barkley. It was good. He seems to be I've seen you guys a couple of times afterwards. And in my marriage with my wife doesn't cry. She does not cry. She has emotions, but she is straight and narrow. I'm the one that cries, and I get emotional. Like if the kids just say something nice to me, I'll get all teary-eyed. In a commercial, I'll get all teary-eyed. Your dad seems like he's a very heartfelt, emotional guy.
No, it's funny because like when you see my dad, everyone is scared of him. They see him as a stern, strong guy. You know what I'm saying? But I really know my dad. He has a heart, and so he gets very emotional when it comes to people he loves.
Yeah,
I see that like touches him whenever he sees someone he loves chasing their dreams or achieving all that they wanted to achieve. That makes him emotional, and then that goes for me. And goes for my siblings. That goes for family member his siblings. So, it's my dad. People don't get to see like his heart. You know what I'm saying? They just see him, just tall man. That looks mad all the time.
Okay, you were in the car earlier when we threw a list at Terrion. So LT wants to ask you a few questions too before we wrap up here. Is that okay?
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay,
Hey, so let's start it right there. Who is the best basketball player on the Alabama team?
The best basketball player, I say Spooty or Antonio Kite. He the best basketball player on the team.
Oh wow! Do you think Terrion would take that?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Terrion thinks he is, I'm sure, right?
Well, he was trying to tell us too when we were talking run support against Michigan. He was like, "I hit harder than Caleb Downs." If I asked you, Caleb Downs or Terrion, who can bring it harder?
Well, what Terrion was pretty much trying to say is that he sees the field differently than Caleb, so Caleb has a running momentum coming downhill to get the hit. So I understand what
okay, so let me ask you this. And so if you are out in the open field and you have to take a full-on flush hit from one of the two, who would you rather be hit by?
Well, Terrion lighter, so I'll definitely run through Terrion.
And that's what I was going to ask you. If I was on the field, would I want to run and be hit by Caleb or Terrion, or would I want to have to tackle you? I feel like you're going to deliver a bigger hit on me than either one of them, right?
Then Terrion my best friend, so I love to compete against my best friend. So I love to choose Terrion any day.
Okay, so most famous person in your phone, that kind of tripped Terrion up.
Most famous person in my phone. I don't got one on the top of my head. Like,
oh, you've got every quarterback from Alabama in your phone, right? You got half the starting East Coast in the NFL.
All the quarterbacks in my phone.
Okay, you will come back to that. Best uniform in all of sports, not an Alabama uniform though. Best uniform Doesn't matter. NBA, NFL, college football. What is it?
Oregon. Oregon definitely had the best uniform.
Which one?
Yeah, you like the way they switch them up?
Like, you can't choose which one. Like I would say, like when I used to play NCAA growing up, I used to choose Oregon because they uniforms. Forget about the team. I just like the uniform.
Okay, what is a great hype movie for you? Like if you want, like a movie that you're going to watch night before the game that kind of motivates you.
Remember the Titans?
Remember the Titans, a good one. One of the common answers we get when we ask people over the years, Gladiator is one, and then that, what was it, 3,000 or 300?
300.
300.
Have you ever seen Gladiator?
No, I ain't never seen that.
You need to check it out. Have you ever seen Man on Fire with Denzel?
No, I ain't never seen that one either.
That's what you ought to suggest that to the team the night before Michigan.
Really? Okay.
Or actually, if you guys do beat Michigan, I know Saban doesn't want anybody looking ahead, but the revenge you could get on Texas if you play Texas, Man on Fire is the way to go.
That's a good call before the Texas game. If that happened, that would be good.
Yeah, so I'll let it go with this. If you had to pay to see one athlete in any sport, who would it be?
LeBron.
Yeah, that's what Terrion said earlier. Say it again. I'm interrupting you. Start over.
Let me take that back. I'll say Jordan because I grew up watching LeBron. I grew up watching LeBron. Like he's my era of basketball. So, people try to draw this comparison between Michael Jordan and LeBron with who's the GOAT. I would love to see Michael Jordan play and, experience his eras, experience how he played, his physicality, his mental toughness. Like I want to see all that. So I'll say Jordan.
No, that's a great answer. Like I would like to go back and watch Babe Ruth play baseball because everybody talked about how great he was, but it was such a different generation.
I feel like I'd be disappointed if I went back and saw some of those guys
and it's all
play.
black and white. Like I don't even know what the dude looked like.
That's a good call on Jordan, though. And, hey, could you imagine Jordan today with the NIL? I mean, he was cutting edge on sponsorships. If he was sitting there, I mean, you guys are selling a lot of LANK shirts. How many would Jordan have sold back in the day? Yeah. Well, man, thank you so much for your time today, and Merry Christmas to you. Tell that to your mom and dad. We appreciate everything they've done with us throughout the year. And safe travels. We'll see you out in Pasadena and Los Angeles, okay?
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you, man. Yeah, same to you. That is Jalen Milroe, Alabama quarterback, presented by our friends at CraneWorks, RentalWorks, and WasteWorks. The big guys say rent from the big dog there, and our friends right there at CraneWorks.